my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back with the one. We are getting ready for it. It will be coming on in just a few minutes. How's everybody doing today? How are you doing? I am doing well, even with this, uh, you know, these particles that our northern territory, Canada, is sending us down here in the United States. I'm still doing well. I was reminded to use my air filtration system. Anybody have one of those? I have one and I love it. I do love it. It's great and I really, really appreciate it. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Um, guys, tell me where you're from tonight. What's the weather like today here in Detroit? We had about a 75-degree day, so it was just kind of warm-ish, not hot, not cold, just warm-ish. I understand that they've been getting in different parts of the eastern part of the country. There have been a lot of the haziness caused by the fires in Canada, and there's been a lot of smoke, even in like cities like New York City, all the way down to Virginia, where Alex is at, and even my co-host and fellow panelist Kimberly Reviews down in North Carolina, I believe. So it's been an issue. But listen, enough about that. What do you guys think about? Have you guys been to any graduations this graduation season? Anybody had attended or watched anybody leave for prom? Anybody have children that are graduating? Mine are already graduated and gone. But it's been interesting watching social media, seeing the beautiful prom dresses, the young men in their tuxedos, and especially, of course, very, very encouraging to see all the young people that are graduating from college, high school, middle school, and moving on to the next step in life. So, again, tell me what the weather is like where you are. This show will be coming on momentarily. Oh, guys, so I saw some clips. I saw some clips today while I was over on the gram. And the clips I saw were of Brent, one of the new ladies that he's dating this week. Apparently is a single mom. And so once again, as we know, like from Put a Ring earlier this season, um, last season, Put a Ring on It, young lady was married and had children, was a single mom, and she had to respond to this whole Kevin Samuels question of, is a woman still valuable if she's a single mother? Like as if that's a thing. Now, of course, men and women both have their preferences. If they want to date someone who has children, if they want to date someone that drives this car, looks this way, weighs this much, weighs that much. It's all a thing, like, who you want to date. And at the end of the day, are we looking at, I guess the thing that I question is, are we looking at character? Are any of us really, really looking at each other's character? Are we looking at superficial, superfluous type stuff? So get down in the comments and let me know what you think, because I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know. And so let me know. Let me know what you're thinking, because this will be coming on soon and I'll be going on mute. So, guys, just jump in and join in with me. I did something to Nightbot. I'm trying to see if Nightbot is going to respond this evening. So I'm about to go on mute in just a second here as the show gets started. Okay. All right, guys. Hang on. Let me see. Let me double check. Trying to see if this is working or not. And I'm going to be going on mute in a second. So just make sure you understand that I'll be going on mute. That's part of the live watch process. We watch and we chat in the box, and then I chat live with you during the commercial breaks. Oh, so Nightbot is not going to say anything. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going on mute. Here's the show. Hey guys, hey, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good start tonight. Um, we saw Brent. Once again, they're doing something physical, which this was a little bit more laid back with the golf simulator. And of course, if you've ever played golf or seen anybody play golf or seen anybody help anybody to try to play golf simulation, and the guy, just like playing pool, the guy stands behind you, puts his arm around you and kind of helps guide you. Mm-mm-mm. So we saw Stephanie, who's 43. She never golfed, but she liked to drink because she went to Top Golf and she was interested in the drink than she was in the golf, and that was funny. And she said he's hella cute and hella sexy. I was like, okay, yeah. And then we saw Mika, also 43, who said, yeah, Brent is taller than her and he smells good and she likes it. So yeah, we had one natural hair girl. And then I didn't catch, oh guys, help me out. I caught a DB. I don't know if I'm saying it right, a DB, the second guy that came in, and there was a heavier, fluffier gentleman who came in first. What was his name? Did you guys catch his name at all? Help me out, Roro, Kimberly. I don't know where Crazy Homebody Girl is. I miss her. Crazy Homebody Girl, come on in here, girl. You know you be chatting it up with me. But yeah, tell me if you caught his name. Like I caught a DB's name. And he said, yeah, he liked Ashley and that he thought Ashley a DB sounded good. So like is that an African name? I thought both the gentlemen were attractive, and as Kimberly pointed out, the first gentleman was plus size, and I see, yeah, it's nice to see a variety of physical types. We see that, like, because we've seen various sizes. I think last week the two gentlemen were about the same size. Um, would you say, Kimberly? You said I missed everyone's name except for Brent. Yeah, the girl's name is Ashley, the bachelorette that's at the house. Her name is Ashley. Yeah, Brent. Yeah, he's the guy that was on Ready to Love um, in the early days. Like, I'm not sure which season. And I did catch the guy's name. Let's see. No, the lady's name, Stephanie and Maika. Maika? Yeah, so I caught their names, and therefore I said that the daters this episode are mature because everybody was 40 plus. So I thought that was kind of mature, which I was concerned about it with Brent for him with the ladies because I'm wondering, well, how is that gonna go if he says he wants to have children and these women are already like almost mid 40? Like, how's that gonna work? Um Robo, you didn't catch it? Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't catch it either, clearly. I was watching. I thought I was watching intently, but like they'll say it so fast. And sometimes I have on the what do you call that? Captions, closed captions. Sometimes I have that on and I think that helps me when I do. I don't have it on tonight, so maybe I'll turn it on while we're on commercial break. In fact, yeah, let me do that now. I find that helps me because I'm really more of a visual learner, and I think we're back. Okay, I'm going on mute and we're going to watch on our own devices and we'll be right back. But you can keep chatting in the chat section. Oh, that was good. Ashley got two good daters. I like both the men, and I still don't know what the one guy's name is. I just know Adibi. You guys gotta help me out. Good grief. I'm gonna go through some of these comments real quick, guys. Yeah, you guys made great comments. Thank you for hanging in here with me. Yes, yes, yes. No one was able to tell me the fluffier, heavier guy's name. I mentioned that I thought the daters this episode were all very mature because they were 40 plus. I don't have a problem with that. Clearly, I'm over 40, so that's not the thing. I was just concerned because for Bryn, for example, for the two ladies to be 43, I'm a little concerned for him and for them if they're trying to have kids at that big age and they're not even yet married. So we're going to add a couple years out for dating, getting to know one another, planning. That puts him at 45. I'm sorry. I'm not a big proponent of big ages for having children. That's just not my thing. But I don't knock anybody that wants to do it. We know that genetically, scientifically, it's possible. You can have babies into your 50s for women. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the women I've spoken to, even that were younger, that had women had children, their children, and had to do fertility treatments, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's what I know from one of my close friends. It's a lot. But um, yeah, and Kimberly's saying, right. Yeah, Brent doesn't have any children, none at all. And I think we found out, oh, it's back on again. I think this is going to be one of these quickies. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we found out what the dater's name is. His name is Shuvar. Shuvar, that's different. Okay, okay, with these names. Come on, names. Yes, I was just saying that, but I mean, I say knock yourselves out. God is good, and we know that women, like I said, can have babies into their 40s and even their 50s. So not a thing. Ashley is only 37. And she keeps herself in good condition, so I'm not really worried about her. Um, and then Roro contributed. She said, Brent's probably not going to focus on these ladies because he does want kids. Yeah, that's what I'm a little concerned about. But I tell you what, I like the maturity of these women, though. When they were talking about their sibling, how many siblings, the one young lady who had lost siblings, and, she talked about that. She discussed loss and grief and how she's dealing with it. It seemed to have gotten Brent to open up, and I like that because on the other hand, when he was dating the younger women in the earlier episodes, he didn't seem to be as connected, right? Um, let's see. Let's see what's Kimberly saying. She says they better have faith. My mom's friend had twins naturally at 50. Girl, stop it. No, for real. She and her husband didn't have children prior to so their first and only kids were at 50 and they were twins. Yeah, they do say if you get pregnant at an older age it's back on. So we're going to discuss that when we come back, okay? Wow, that was good. I am so happy for Ashley. Like, I know what that's like. I know what that feels like to not be on good dates and then to go on good dates. That's great. I'm glad that she met some men that apparently seem to have some substance, some good character. But let's go back. I got to go back to this because Kimberly was telling us the story about oh, let me see if I can find it. Kimberly. Uh, right here. Okay, yes. Yeah, she said, yes, they better have faith because my mom's friend had twins naturally at 50. And that does happen. Science shows that the older the woman is when she conceives, the more likely she is to have multiple births. So, yeah, so she's 50 and she had twins, right? And she and her husband didn't have any children prior to the twins. So that was something. I wonder if they had been trying prior to that and if they were trying during that period at 50, or I've heard this happening too, especially to women that have already had children. A lot of times when women get to the point perimenopausal, right before menopause, where they start having sporadic menstruation, they will stop taking birth control. God knows why, because you're really at especially if you already had children, where you can get pregnant. And I've heard of that happening. So but this couple didn't have any children. That's a blessing. I'm happy to hear that. Um, Roro asked the question, is a DB in the red plaid shirt? To be honest, I'm horrible with what people are wearing. I saw him and then I didn't see him. I saw his face, his smile, his hair. I loved his hair, by the way, the curly hair. But I did not see what kind of clothes he had on. I just know that he was the thinner of the two men. That's what I do know. Yes. And we found out Shavar's name. His name, the second gentleman, the heavier set gentleman, is Shavar. And he's cute too. They're both very cute. And I like them. They just really seem to have a nice personality. Um, yep, they tricked me too. Okay, it's back on. So I'm gonna go back on mute, guys. Chat with me in the box, okay? Ooh, the caliber and qualities of these dates are definitely picking up. Well, guys, what did you think? Like, did you enjoy what the guys were saying? Was Shavar, was he doing too much? Was he being too talkative? I thought it was interesting. I think I think Brent only got upset when the brother said, these brothers out here 40, 45, 50, and still dating and still single, perpetual bachelors. And that is so funny because that's exactly what I call them, men who are perpetual bachelors, because there is no reason to me, I'm just going to say this, there is no reason why a man who says he wants to be married is still single at 40, 45, and 50, and you've never been married. You lying to me, brother. You are lying. You are a liar, possibly, allegedly. Because really, like, if you have your own home, your own car, you got a job, got a career, what do you guys think? Have you run across these kind of men that are out here single, say they have never been married, but yet they're like 10, 20 women to every guy? And don't say the women aren't professional, aren't intelligent, aren't articulate, because I'm sorry, women are outnumbering men going to universities, colleges, and getting degrees. So there's just, I just don't understand it. How can you be single at 40, 45? And a lot of these women, like my daughter, she's professional, great job, beautiful home. I don't know about the cooking part. I can't tell you about that, but I tell you she's a good person, great career, and she has all her own stuff together, educated, and all this kind of stuff. So, like, why are these guys still single? I don't get it personally. I'm sorry. You can't tell me, especially in a city like Atlanta where it's probably 30 to 1. Is this back on again? They do this commercial thing and they always trick me. But I think right after this commercial, it goes back. Okay, it's back on. I'm going back on mute. Oh wow. I don't know. Okay, so Kimberly, you think the gifts might have been too soon from I think that was Stephanie, right? That was Stephanie with the curly hair. You think the gifts might have been too soon from Stephanie? And did Brent gift anything yet? No, not to my knowledge. Not in these all these weeks. He has not gifted any of the ladies anything yet. And they basically only go on the 2 dates as the format thus far. So yeah, that's a good point. But to your point though too, it's interesting because I think it was last week when he was talking to maybe the Franklins, he was talking about he wanted a woman that was so thoughtful that she would like bring gifts and give gifts, and they didn't have to be expensive or anything like that. But he was just saying that for him, I guess maybe that's part of his love language, one. And then two, what I got out of it, he also said that he wanted someone that brought gifts and they showed that they had listened to what he was talking about, who he was. And I could relate to that because that's a very special person that really listens and they seem to get you. So I thought that was very cool. Um, Let me slide back up and we're gonna go up a little bit to go back to some things that we missed. I said, here come the Franklins when they came in. Um, and then oh yeah, so Roro, she made a very good point. She said that there are some men who wait until they have it all together before getting married. Because I was saying about Shavar was pointing out that some of the players, some of the perpetual eternal bachelors who are 40, 45, 50, still hanging out at the club, still dating women, and yet they still can't seem to make a choice. I guess I was thinking of it like what he was saying. Like if you're 40, 45 and you're still going to the clubs, I'm not sure if that's really where, if you spent the last 20 years at the club and you haven't met your wife there yet, why are you still in the clubs? I think maybe it's time to kind of change up your approach, I guess is one thing I'm saying. And then to your point, yeah, you can have everything together before you get married, but sometimes you have to just kind of come on with it. Like, what are you really trying to be? A multimillionaire before you get married? Um, I'm not sure. Are you just trying to test all the women out? That's kind of where my mind goes to, but that's just my thinking. Um, I asked the question, guys. Brent is so focused on health, fitness, but to what extent? Does he check on other things like character, um, what the person's 5 year plan is, whether they want to have children? Because he's like really big on the fitness thing. And I'm not saying it's not important, but I guess I'm wondering like, I don't really see Brent. The one thing I noticed about Brent, have you guys noticed, is that he doesn't really ask a lot of questions. Um, yeah, now he's starting to ask the question about the children because she brought it up. But had she not brought it up, I wonder would he have even asked her the question if any of the women had children. Um, yeah, now that's true. Men should have it together. Okay, it's back on. I guess there's always going to be that debate. Okay, we're back on. So I'm going to mute. Woo! I see Shavar is light on his feet. What you think? Who won that? Who won that for getting Ashley's attention? Shavar or Adibi? I don't know. I thought it was Adibi, but then Shavar, he did his move. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You tell me. What you think? What you think? Who did the best moves on that one? Yes, I thought that was good. I was just saying that yeah, the men definitely do have to have it together. Um And I guess that's kind of why Sister Janice always talks about dating older too, Because if you're 30 and this guy 30, he doesn't have his stuff together yet, then yeah, you're gonna probably have to date up. You're gonna have to date up in age. Mm-mm-mm. Where did I leave off at? Okay, guys, I have lost my place. Kimberly. So who do you guys think? Who do you think that Ashley and Brent will pick? Because it's getting close to the end of this episode. Any guesses like who Brent will pick? Will he pick curly haired Stephanie? Will he pick what's her name? Will he pick Maika? Will he pick her? I guess both ladies have children, so it doesn't really matter on this episode, whichever one he picks. And then as Kimberly pointed out, or I'm sorry, is it Roro pointed out that the one of you guys pointed out that the one of the ladies from the previous week, she's also a single mom of one, so um that's a thing. I noticed that who was it? Was that Stephanie? No, it's the other lady, Maika, who's in grad school and has the two children. And I think they make a good point though too that sometimes at his age at 43, when he meets women that are 43, it's going to probably be that the women have been married before or that they've had children in a past relationship or a previous relationship. So we shall see. Back on. All right, I'm going to mute. Oh no. This was good. This was really, really good. So, wow. I cannot believe it, but I can believe it because, like I said, going back to a previous episode, Brent had laid it out that he is like, I believe that's like his love language. And I don't know if he even called it that, but I'm just saying that it's that. And that he wanted someone who listened to him and gave him a gift based upon who he is as a man. And apparently, Maika, she did that. He called her mighty, mighty, mighty Mike, like, so she did that thing for him. So he had his choice already made when that happened. And then the thing about it is, too, he said this is going to be the first lady that he has ever seriously dated that has more than one child. So that's going to be really interesting for him. And then over to our girl Ashley. She had a really hard choice because I couldn't say I love both of them for her. Shavar had it going on, and a D Adibi had it going on also. They were both very mature. They seemed very poised. They seemed very mature, and they were both very articulate. And not only that, they just seemed like they were really in a space where they were ready for a real relationship leading up to possibly marriage. And so she chose both of them, which I think that makes sense though, because we know last week what happened. She couldn't pick anybody. I mean, well, we saw at the beginning of this episode, actually, she couldn't pick any of those two jerks. I mean, those two guys were ridiculous. One guy was over there looking at Tiffany, the other guy was drinking too much. Neither one of them were going to make it. So I think she did the absolute right thing. She was able to pick both guys for them to go forward. So, and it looks like the thing I'm concerned about next week, though, is that like a would be, could be Stalker? Like, ooh, had a few of those back in the day. That is not good. So we'll see. I'll see you back here, same time, same place next week here on YouTube on the Actually Aubrey channel. I will be back. We'll be back. We'll congregate. We'll have our beverage. We'll have our popcorn. I know Roro probably had her popcorn, right, Ash? Right, Roro? And what are you saying here? Let me get some of these comments. Roro says, yeah, yeah. Okay, right, right, right. Right, right, right. Yeah, I'm like concerned about this thing. Yeah, the future wife. The future wife. Yeah, that was cringy. Right. All right. Great seeing you guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already. Hopefully you have, and hopefully I'll get Nightbot working. Kimberly, should I call you? What do I do? Send smoke signals, text message? What do I do, girl? Because I need help over here. Ah, thank you, Ro. Drinking lots of water. Ooh, Doritos. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have me some popcorn next week. Roro was telling me how she makes her popcorn, so I've been trying that. In fact, I think I'm gonna have me some right now as I watch this next show. But guys, I'll see you back here next week. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Take care, stay safe, and I'm gonna shimmy and shake on out of here now. Guys, could you hear me? Oh gosh, I'm not even sure if I took the mute button off, but I'm gonna assume I did as I shimmy and shake on out of here. All right, see you guys next week. Love you guys.